Hello class, we are going to learn to add integers. Now, before I move further, I want you to see that if you have a situation like this, 3 minus 2, this is the same as 3 plus negative 2, okay? Note also, if you have a situation like 5 minus negative 4, it's the same as 5 plus positive 4. Okay, this is where the concept of subtraction is adding the opposite comes from. Okay, so if this is clear, let's take a look at some examples so that we can learn to add integers. Let's say they ask you to add. Hold on here. Example 1. Okay, add negative 1 plus 3. Okay, I'm going to use the number line to illustrate this. So, negative 1 is right here. So I'm starting at negative 1, and I'm going 3 in the positive direction. So I'm going to go 1, 2, and 3. So I'll find myself at positive 2. Okay. Now, let's do another one. If I'm asked to do negative 8 minus 2, okay. What this means is that I'm starting at negative 8, and I'm going to in the negative direction. So from here, I'm going to go 1, 2 in the negative direction. I'll find myself at negative 10. Okay. So let's say that they told you to do negative 6 plus 12. Okay. So what this means is that I'm starting at negative 6, and I'm going 12 in the positive direction. So that would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So I'm going to find myself at positive 6. Okay. Let's do one more. Okay. Let's say you have negative 7 minus negative 4. Okay. It means that I'm starting at 7 in the negative direction, and I'm going 4. Okay. Even down 1, 2, 3, 4 in the negative direction. So that will give me negative, I'll end up at negative 11. Okay. So now I want us to draw some general rules from here. Okay. So notice that when the signs are different, okay, what we did, we basically subtracted 3 minus 1. And because we have more positive, our answer is positive. Okay. And when the signs are the same, we start at negative 8 and we went down more, 2 more in the negative direction. So we basically add 8 to 2, but we kept the sign negative. Okay. Again, right here, when the signs are different, we subtract it, but because we have more positive, our answer was positive. And when the signs are the same, okay, we have negative 7 and we are subtracting 4. We actually add 7 plus 4, but we kept the sign negative. So those are the rules that I'm going to write so that you can stay with those rules. Okay, I'm going to actually go to a different page to write those rules. So when adding, okay, to add or subtract integers, okay, here are the rules that I'm giving you. Okay, first, if you have the same sign, then you add the numbers and keep the sign. Okay, so what this means is that if I have 3 plus 2, 3 is positive, 2 is positive, they are the same sign, they are all positive, so I'm going to add 3 plus 2, I get 5, and the answer is positive 5. Okay, if I have negative 3 minus 2, remember, this is the same as negative 3 plus negative 2. So they are both negative. So I add them. So that would be 5. But because it's negative, that I added, I kept the sign. Okay. So same sign, add them, and you keep the sign. Okay. So, and the other one that you need to remember is the rule number 2. Okay. When the sign are different, then what you need to do is subtract. Once you subtract, okay, the sign of the number that you have more of, that number, that sign stays. So in mathematical term, we are going to say the sign of the number with the greatest absolute value with the greatest absolute value. wins. Okay? What does that mean? It means that if I'm doing 5 minus 2, okay? First, I know the 5 is positive because the 2 is followed by a minus. I can consider the 2 as negative. Remember? Now, because I have more of the 5 as a number is more than 2 as a number, that means the answer would have the sign of this 5 right here, which is positive. So I'm going to subtract 5 minus 2, and I'm going to get 3. And it's positive 3 because I have more of the positive here. Okay. So if you understand that, it does not matter if it's written this way, negative 2 plus 5. I'm going to subtract 5 minus 2, but I know that my answer would be positive because I have, if I compare 2 and 5, 5 is way more than 2 as a number, and 5 is positive, so my answer is positive. Okay? Again, if you have negative 7 plus 3, okay, I'm going to do 7 minus 3, which is 4, but I will know that my answer is negative because 7 as a number is way bigger than 3. And since the biggest one of them, that means I have more of the negative than I have positive. So after the subtraction, my answer would be negative. Okay. If I have, let's say 10 minus 12. Okay. So I'm going to subtract 12 minus 10. The answer is 2. But because I'm taking away more, okay, then it would be negative 2. Okay. So these are the 2 rules that I want you to remember. That when the sign are the same, okay, you add, you keep the sign. Okay. When the sign are different, you subtract, and the number, the sign of the number that you have more of, if it's positive, your answer is positive. If that number is negative, your answer is negative. Okay. Oh, let's stop this.